I want us to begin at the Senate, where the impeachment of Governor Mbuvi Sonko was being debated, and I believe the Senate has taken a short break. But let's speak to our reporter, George Mariga, who's in Parliament. Mariga, it has been a long day for the governor, arguments for and against his impeachment. What stood out for you in that entire process?
Indeed, it has been quite that day right here at the Senate, where we've been following the events and the occurrence since yesterday, Wednesday, and today is the D-Day for the Senate right here, or rather for the Governor of County number 47, that is Mbuvi Sonko. What stood out, of course, is the arguments that were put out. Remember, this is a process that is necessitated by law, and they have been trying to follow a constitutional process that has been, initiated by the County Assembly following the impeachment motion that was passed last week by the County Assembly of Nairobi, and then that will be, it is brought to the Senate. And, there have been the submissions, but of course the Senate, or rather the County Assembly, had one witness yesterday, and today there were about 5 witnesses from the, the side of the governor, rather the Governor's Council, which is being led by Harrison Kinyanjui. So moving forward, in a few minutes, rather just a few minutes ago, Linda and our viewers, we saw the Speaker announce, rather inform the members that is they will be proceeding for the closed door meeting. He said it will be a brief one. Okay, rather according to the program, it was supposed to take 2 hours, but this the Speaker has said, Kenneth Lusaka has said, it will only be brief, and this has been preceded, of course, by a 1-hour submission from both sides. So this brief meeting that is happening, that is closed door, it is being held in camera. No journalists are allowed, no cameras are on. It is only by the senators, and the vote will only happen by 46 senators. Remember, following the passing on of 1 senator, so the now 46 senators will participate in the vote, and they will vote according to the charges. So with each charge, so if, going by how the charge is, that's when the senator will vote yes or no. So, and then that will be a cumulative process that will begin in a few minutes once that once the Senate, or rather the Senate, resumes the sittings in a few minutes. We're just waiting for the doors to open as that the senators resume and participate in that vote. Governor Sonko needs at least 24 votes if he is to survive the impeachment motion, and otherwise he will join the former governor for Kiambu, Ferdinand Waititu, in being the second governor who will be impeached. So it is quite a process. It is wait and see, pretty much being the penultimate hour for Governor Mike Sonko and also his council, his lead council. But also we have witnessed, Linda and our viewers, that the County Assembly of Nairobi has put up quite the case with their witnesses. We have also seen the Governor's Council also put up quite their case with their witnesses who appeared and testified, including the governor himself, Mike Mbuvi Sonko, who has attended, rather who has been in attendance for these both sessions since yesterday and today. So pretty much that is what is happening. We're just waiting for the doors to open again, and then we'll be bringing to our viewers the blow-to-blow coverage and the occurrences and the happenings of the vote taking place in a few minutes, presumably.
Mariga, listen, I want us to look at the charges against the governor and the defense that he put up. There were, I believe, 4 charges against the governor. Talk to me about the defense that he put up just to try and see if he can save his seat.
Indeed, he did put up quite a defense, because there was the argument, or rather in the morning, where people were saying, observers were arguing that there was the not quite an unpersuasive defense further from the County Assembly's side. So from morning, rather, we did see just about 5 witnesses. There was a gentleman who came by the name of a driver. There was also other witnesses, beginning also with another MCA who came in the morning to give their testimonies, and they were trying to basically brush off the counts that the governor is facing, because remember, it is dependent on the senators that the governor will either be impeached or will survive. So they had quite a case to put out. Also when we witnessed the governor come onto the dock to testify, or rather to present his, his witness accounts, he did quite put a case for himself, saying that, all those counts that he has been, rather those charges that he is facing are based on hearsay, and they don't have any legal basis, according to, also advised by his legal counsel. So basically, it was quite interesting, because yesterday we had one witness from the county assembly. Today we had about 5 of them from the governor's council. So it was quite interesting to see, because they said, each was trying to brush off and to rubbish what the county assembly said, because we also had the lawyers, Mr. Njiru, led by Mr. Njiru, the county assembly lawyer, who was, of course, trying to demonstrate to the Senate why the governor should be impeached. But that was brushed off, because these are 4 counts, but they have been broken into several other, mini counts that the Senate has been trying to prosecute, or rather to see what the governor has to, or to answer, or rather whether he has a case to answer, and whether he will be eligible for impeachment. So it has been quite an interesting scene, Linda and our viewers, because also the residents of Nairobi have been quite eager to hear what kind of evidence that the governor provided by the 5 who came. Remember, it started by the testifying, and then there was cross-examination, and then now there was the conclusion from the governor's council. So it has been quite a day being treated to some legal battles here and there, as both sides try to show why they stand, or rather why their case, whether he should be impeached or not.
Mariga, you and I have a very long night. We have to stay here until it's all done, and you get the final verdict to Kenyans, whichever way it will go. So I'll cross over to you in the course of this bulletin, just to get an update from you if at all there'll be any activity going on at the Senate. And our viewers, it's important to mention that when the voting process starts, we will cross over live to the Senate and just listen in on that, how it goes. However, I want to bring in my colleague